Worrying is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do but gets you nowhere. Today I'm talking about why worrying fools us into thinking we're being productive and how you can break free from this harmful cycle. I'm Sanj and welcome to Master Your Mindset, Master Your Life. This is a podcast that helps you master your mindset so you're better able to navigate life's challenges, so you're able to reach new heights. And I give you easy to implement techniques so you can help master your life. If you get something from this episode, please share it with someone who you think would benefit from hearing it. And I'd also really appreciate it if you could leave me a rating or a review. So today I'm talking about the common trap that many of us fall into, and that is worrying. How many times have you sat there and you're worried about something? You're feeling anxious about something that's coming up. You're thinking, what have you got to do? What action needs to be taken? You start to overthink, and before you know it, you're feeling that you sitting there worrying is actually being productive. It's giving you a new perspective. It's giving you something rather than you sitting there and doing nothing. But actually, the truth about worrying is that it isn't productive. It can make you feel like you're being productive, but it is not changing anything. Worrying does not equal progress. When you worry, it's easy to convince yourself that you're being productive. But in reality, all it's doing is perpetuating feelings of stress, of anxiety, and it's doing that without leading you to any tangible results. It's not changing anything. You sit there and you're worrying, thinking about the meeting that you've got coming up, thinking about your financial problems, thinking about you need to get deadlines hit. You worrying about them is not going to change anything. You sitting there actually does not do anything. Chronic worrying is actually associated with a higher risk of developing mental health disorders as well, such as anxiety and depression. You sitting there worrying does not change your life. All it does is it robs you from the peace that you could currently be feeling. And the biggest thing we actually worry about, one of the biggest things that you're worrying about, is things that are beyond your control, such as the future or other people's opinions or other people's actions. I had this same conversation today that my colleague was discussing something with me, and we were discussing that actually you're worrying about something you have no control over. When you're worrying about that, when you're actually focusing on something you have no control over, whether you worry or not will not change the outcome. It will not make any difference whatsoever. All it's doing is robbing you of your current happiness. So you need to take a step back and think about things. If it's beyond your control, why are you worrying about it? Why are you allowing it to rob you of that peace that you could be feeling? Another thing that could be causing you to worry is, we're going through the usual health. You can go through finances. You can go through career, relationships. But other things like perfectionism and fear of failure, they can also fuel worries. They can cause you to obsess, overthink about all the potential outcomes, think about all the things that could go wrong, all the things that could go your way, or all the things that could go against you. But again, it won't equal any progress. You sitting there worrying will not change anything. You're not going to, all of a sudden, all your financial problems aren't going to disappear just because you sat there worrying. And all your health issues are not going to disappear because you sat there worrying about them. And what happens is actually when you start to worry as well, it paralyzes you. It stops you from taking action, from making progress towards what your goals are. And what it does is it starts to make that small molehill look like a mountain. It actually increases the size of the problem in front of you. Not physically, not actually, but just in your mind. So for something that could be quite a small, simple thing, it can make it look like a humongous task, a Goliath in front of you, stopping you from stopping you from moving forward, stopping you from taking action, stopping you from doing what you need to do. When you excessively worry, it impairs your cognitive function. It stops you from actually focusing and actually taking the right action. It causes you to become distracted and make more negative decisions, if you make any decisions whatsoever, because you're worried. So you're going to be overthinking everything. So you need to start to actually rethink what worrying is doing for you, what it's actually causing in your life. You need to recognize what it is, that it is actually a futile cycle that does nothing but drain your energy and just hinders your ability to take action. It doesn't make you get healthy. It doesn't help you earn more money. It doesn't help improve your relationship. All that worrying does is just rob you of your current happiness, of your current moment. Because when you're worrying, you're not worrying about the current moment. You're worrying about stuff that you're worrying about the future. You're worrying about things to come. You're worrying about something that may or may not happen. Is when you start overthinking. So when you start to reframe your mindset, when you take control of your mindset, when you start to master it and you start focusing on the solutions that need to be made, when you start getting the answers rather than focusing on the problems, you can actually break free from the cycle of worrying. You can actually take a step back and start to regain control of your life. Take back that pen to write the story of your life. Take back the steering wheel. Start to move your life in the direction you want. It's actually so simple for you to take action. But the problem is your worrying has actually made it seem like taking action is a monstrous task. So what you need to start doing is you need to actually break free from that worry trap. It's time for you to start shifting from worry to action. Start making meaningful progress towards your goals. What are your goals? You need to know what they are. You need to actually be clear, 100% clarity on what your goal is. If you're worrying about finances, then you need to know what your goal is. What do you want to be earning? How can you do it? What action do you need to take to get to your goal? If it's worrying about your health, what do you need to do? What meals do you need to start prepping? What food do you need to cut out of your diet? What exercise do you need to start doing? It's easy for you to sit there and worry and think that you're doing something, that you're changing something by worrying, but actually you need to get up and start taking action. When you actually take action, even though you are worrying, what you will notice is you're going to start reducing your anxiety. You're going to start reducing that stress. You're going to start to improve your well-being because you're going to feel better about yourself. When you take action, no matter what you're feeling, no matter how worried you are, you're going to start to build your self-confidence. You're going to start to build up your self-esteem. You're going to start to become the person you're proud of. One who takes action no matter how they're feeling. It doesn't matter if it's a good day or a bad day. You're still going to take that action. You've made a commitment to yourself. You know what your goal is. You know what you want to achieve, and you're going to do it. Come high, come low. You're going to master. You're going to actually take the action needed and actually get yourself. Take one step every single day. But if you want to start taking action, one thing you need to do, if you want to forget about the worry, you need to start doing things to actually help you. Be more mindful and live in the present moment. Focus on what you can control and let go of those worries about the future. There's no future that is guaranteed. Your future is decided by the actions you take today. It's not decided by what you think is going to happen. It's decided by what actions you take today. You're worried you're not going to lose weight. You better take that action that's going to help you lose weight. Focus on what you can control. You can control what goes in your mouth. You can control how far you go out for that walk. You can control what you do and don't eat. If you want to start earning more money, you want us to have more money, you can control what you're spending your money on. You don't have to go and buy a coffee every single day. You don't have to go out for lunch every day. You can save money by making it and taking it into work. It's what you can control that will actually help you let go of your worries. Because when you can start controlling what you can, when you take action, when you live in the moment and realize on what you can control in this moment, you're not going to be worried about the future. You're going to be focused on what you can do now to give you the future you want. Develop a plan of action so you can address the root causes of your worries. Any tasks that you have, break it down. Allow yourself to be proactive rather than reactive. Don't wait for stuff to happen before you take action. Take action before stuff happens so you can actually try and prevent whatever you're worried about. Make sure you've got the right people around you as well. Friends, family, coach, people who can guide you, people who can encourage you, people who can be there for you. Because if you're not going to take action by yourself, you better have people around you who are going to give you that kick, who are going to carry you, who are going to push you over that line. You need to make sure you've got that support network around you. And the final thing is, make sure you take care of yourself. If you're worried, if you're stressed, if you're overthinking, you're anxious, make sure that you engage in self-care. Make sure that you do things that relax you, things that reduce your stress. Do things like exercise, spend time in nature, practice a hobby that you love. Do something that actually helps you get away from it all. Do something that puts a smile on your face. Because if you're worrying and you're stressed constantly, that's not going to do anything for you. When you take a step back from it all, live in the moment, do something that makes you happy, you'll notice that you'll be a lot more productive. Reflect on how worrying may be holding you back from reaching your full potential. Because although worrying gives you something to do, it doesn't do anything but robs you of your time and your energy. So what action can you take today to break free from that worrying that you've been doing? And so you can start living a more purposeful and more fulfilling life. One where you wake up every day excited. One where your relationships are deep connections. One where you are the best parent, the best friend, the best partner you can be. One where you are the best version of yourself. You can overcome worry and you can create the life you truly deserve. You need to switch your mindset on worrying. Realize that it is a futile task, that, as I said, it robs you of your time and your energy. Remember, your mindset shapes your reality. You master it and you will master your life. My mission is to make a positive impact on this world, and I sincerely hope you can help me do this by liking, by following, and by sharing this podcast with others. I would really appreciate that. So until next time, keep seeking, keep growing, and keep mastering your mindset so you can master your life. Thank you.